All right, guys. So in my last video, I showed how we could use a library card with emergent intellect to get leads. And so with that, I'm focusing in on plumbers, right? So for all of the US of A, for now, I'm able to pull up 17,000 websites that I can basically scrape for emails, right? So, that's pretty decent, right? Well, today I'm going to show you a nice little trick as well. So this will require you to do like a nice little Google search, nothing terrible. We're going to go ahead and search, let's say, Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade County and Broward County of Florida, they have a beautiful thing called public records. So we'll just do Miami Dade, and you see how I have business tax here? Well, this is what we're going to be searching for. So Miami-Dade business tax, and we're going to go ahead and scroll up a little bit until we get to a section that says county-taxes.net. And this is powered by, I think it was Grant Street. We'll take a look towards the bottom. I think we'll see it there. Yep, powered by Grant Street Group. Grant Street Group has been methodically taking, oh, I wouldn't say taking over, they've been methodically helping counties and cities with their taxes. And I gotta say, it is very, very cool to see what they have done. I mean, mad props to you guys, right? So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at reports. And when we go over here into the reports, you're going to see real estate, tangible property, and business taxes. Now, if you're into real estate, guys, this is a way to find some pretty good deals as well. All right. But we're not focusing in on that today. We're focusing in on finding businesses. So this is for like finding leads for business to business. So when you click onto the business tax report, you're going to be shown, basically this selection of where to, what you want to select. So I'm not very familiar with the Miami-Dade tax section here, but we'll go ahead and just kind of list businesses by category, perhaps. And no, that doesn't really show too much. Let's go down a little bit more. Let's just show like all the receipts up until 2024. How about that? So when we hit the search bar, it's going to go ahead and populate this report. And within that report, you're going to see the year, the receipt, business name, the owner, the address, the mailing address, category, and well, that one doesn't really have too much. But I mean, if you wanted to have something where you could do like a mailing out to a specific group, this might be beneficial for you, right? Let's see if we have anything else here. Let's say, oh, public receipts created yesterday. I mean, if you want to reach out to new business owners, we could search for that. Let's see if we have anything here. All right, so we have 64 businesses that were opened up. So, I mean, that's pretty decent, right? And, the same information, it looks like, doesn't have, too much. This is Davie, Florida. So that's not really Miami-Dade. But it's interesting. So okay, let's perhaps take a look at like Broward County. Now you see how it has like Fort Lauderdale, Miami-Dade up here. Let's just kind of like take this little section out, and what we're going to do is do a Boolean search to see what other companies or counties use county-taxes.net. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go into Google, and we're going to do site colon and then that lovely little HTTPS. And then afterwards, we're going to put like a little star, which basically means whatever else there may be possibly there. And we'll hit enter. And what you're going to see is all these other different places that use the system. So, I mean, it looks like it's very populated, guys. I mean, this is pretty straight. And you notice how I said we were going to go ahead and take a look at Broward. So we'll go ahead and click on Broward. We'll do the same thing. This time we'll go over to reports, go to business tax, and they have a lot more to choose from when it comes to that. So that's kind of nice. I like Broward. I mean, I used to live in Broward. And when we take a look at, let's say, public active business taxes, so these are active businesses that are actually registered and running. And what I'm focusing in on is, other type of things like a owner email. So that would be wonderful to have to be able to do like an email campaign, right? Okay, so if we do that and we hit the search bar, it's going to come up with like all these different type of businesses. I've already downloaded the report, but just for grins and giggles, I'll show you, how I would go about doing it. You would click on the CSV because there is a ton of businesses there in Broward. And if you wanted, you could put your email address. I wouldn't even bother with that. Just click the download button and it will download it for you. Now, give it like a good 30 seconds or so, or maybe a minute, depends on your connection. And basically it's going to pop up with a report that looks very similar to this. Now, I already like put in like the little filters on the top. If you wanted to do that, you just kind of select that there, go over here, and then just click filter, and that will give you all these little filters. And basically, here in Broward County for the year 2024, there were over 75,000 businesses that were registered. So I mean that's pretty legit, right, guys? So Broward County, I think, had like around 3 million people or so, around that time, probably more. And then look at all this information, guys. So it's not going to always be accurate, but you can focus in on the business email. You can sort from A to Z. And as you can see, I mean, it's going to come up with some kind of funky type of things and a whole bunch of Gmail type stuff. But if you just kind of take a look at it, there's over 13,000 emails here. I'm sure there are quite a few relevant emails that you'd be able to reach out to. So if you wanted to do kind of like a scrub, with N8N and, build like a workflow to just verify emails or find new emails, you could do that as well. So that's, I think, something that will be helpful to you guys. Um, Let me go ahead and close this out. Going back over to our Google search, let's go just back. These are all, I mean, 10 pages worth right now. So, I mean, basically we have all of these different type of places. So maybe it's more like 9 pages. I mean, how many are on each? Maybe 90 different type of counties and cities that are using it. Straight up, guys. Now, if you wanted to kind of get a visual picture of what this might look like, Grant City or Grant Street, I'm sorry, Grant Street has a business or a website that you could, take a look at. So powered by Grant Street Group. And this is pretty new, guys. So I mean, they just recently redid the website that they have. I mean, we might want to take a look at what it looked like before. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and just copy the domain name, and we're going to do archive.org. And on archive.org, they have something called the Wayback Machine. Wayback Machine is a beautiful type of website that categorizes and it basically kind of backs up the web, from way back when, right? So it makes a copy of the website. And so we're going to go ahead and just hit enter onto that. Enter. And it's going to show like all the way back. So, I mean, these guys have been active, quite some time. Let's just go back to 2024 and see if we can find something that might be beneficial for us. I'll just go ahead and click on May. It'll pop up with what it looked like back then in May of 2024. Maybe I should just click on like one of those. And what I'm looking for is kind of like the about us that you saw there at the top, but I also wanted to see like their clients. So perhaps about us, or here, I'm sorry, clients we serve. Let's go ahead and click on that one. So our clients, this is like who else they serve, right? And this is back in 2024. So since then, I'm sure they've, found some other additional clients. But these are the other, places that you could take a look at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 27, 30. You get the picture, right? So guys, I mean, go ahead and take a look at it. I hope this was helpful for you. Public records is like, pretty cool stuff. And I guess that's pretty much it for the video. All right.